Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Te Awa First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Now, I know I actually promised this reading for yesterday, but my guides have absolutely notorious for making me hold off on readings until the time is right. So I'm using the Lightseers Tarot. It's actually my mum's deck. I had left mine at home, and I don't have any of my oracle cards. So let's see where this reading goes. And the time is right today. For those of you who caught the news, yes, we had a 5.8 at 6 a.m. this morning. Always very interesting, especially when you're sort of 2 stories up with a cliff behind you. But no, all is good, and it's one of those you can hear the rumbling coming, and by the time you work out what it is, you're in the washing machine, and by the time you go, holy crumbs, it's all over. So thank you for those that sent wishes in regards to that earthquake. But what I'm reading on in this particular reading is the extra moon that's come around. Now, if I'm looking this way, it's because this is where my notes are. Over on this side today, I didn't bring my computer mouse mat with me, so using a piece of paper on that side today instead of my usual notebook. So talking about the extra moon that is chasing our traditional moon around at the moment. It is an asteroid that's been captured temporarily from the asteroid belt that does follow this similar orbit or the same orbit as Earth around the Sun. Now, the reason why, for whatever reason, my boys put this reading off until today, and I'm doing it today, is because while I was washing my hair this morning, I had the clearest vision in regards to this extra moon. So this extra moon has been attached itself into the Earth's orbit on the 29th of September, and it'll be here until the 25th of November. I am going to throw some cards on it. It is the eclipse also over the Eastern Pacific occurred on the 3rd of, the 3rd our time, but the 2nd US time of October, which was the date that Jack supplied the brief to Judge Chutkan. And one of my beautiful viewers has got a lot of information under that reading in regards to the Judge Chutkan past life. So thank you. And we're still researching that. So if anybody's in the UK and has access to the censuses, hop over and have a look to see what new information has come to light. The eclipse apparently has connections with Mercury, which is the planet of communications. So what I want to have a look at, though, is this asteroid 2024 PT5, part of a small asteroid belt that follows the Earth. I had noted down previously before this morning's vision a destroyed second moon. That was when the Earth was unformed. And then I had the vision this morning. I didn't even realize I'd written that down. The vision this morning I had that Earth actually had a second moon during its lava planet formation stage. And it was this second moon that was keeping Earth in this molten state. And when that moon disintegrated, it was through whatever means, that was the time that the Earth began to calm and become the fertile planet that we know of today. So what I found really interesting was the fact that we've got this little asteroid left over from the second moon around at the moment. It is indicating the volatile times, and it won't be until after it departs 25th of November that the volatile times start to settle on Earth. But let's have a look. Yeah, it's volatile times at the moment. That will pass. It is about breaking down old structures, deciding what is really important in the world at the moment, breaking down old structures that no longer work, that will be transformative towards creating the new future going forward. So let's have a look. Show me the energies of the reason why we have this second moon new start as I'm splitting the as I'm splitting the deck. The Tower and the New Start card. This is what I'm not an astrologer. I haven't looked to see what the astrologers are actually saying about this moon, but this is what the cards are saying. This is a period where we are going through a period of volatile destruction and exposure of how things were done so that they can be torn down and a new beginning. But this new beginning, not till after the 25th of November. So if you think about Earth being a molten lava ball, and it wasn't until this actual second moon that was tearing the planet apart in this volatile state, departed, was destroyed by whatever means, that the Earth began to settle. This asteroid is a lingering remnant of it. So, okay, come on down. What is the energies of this second moon? Eight of Pentacles to start with. Oh, I love the fact that the moon cycle's there at the top as well. The eclipse, when is full moon? The full moon, I looked it up last night. Aren't we at a new moon stage at the moment? Full moon's in another 10 days or something along along that time. But this is a period for us to sit back and really look at all the options available to us, the energy of this new moon, because it's been challenged by the emotional confusion, deliberate confusion, play to emotions. And in those emotions, we've got snake and rat and all sorts of toxicity, which is um, clouding our ability to see the path forward, the way forward. So we are in this reflection stage of looking at all the options available. At the moment, we've been challenged by this disinformation, smoke and mirrors, toxicity that is preventing us from seeing the path forward. Okay, the energies behind the scenes. Two of Swords and the King of Cups. So the Two of Swords, I just bring it down a little bit. Sorry, on the coffee table in the Airbnb. Two of Swords. Yeah, the energy behind this moon at the moment is that we are at a decision point. There is a major election coming up in the US. There are major decisions that need to be made about the Middle East. There are major turning points, decisions that need to be made in regards to the Ukraine-Russia conflict as well. We are at a crossroads about choosing what life we want going forward. But I love the second signifier. It's my Biden administration card, but it's also about bringing forth of calm and serenity and stability and emotional maturity. So I love these cards behind the scenes. So in this period of volatility, we have the choice about which way we want to go forward, but I think the way forward will be the obvious path, well, obvious to those of us that are looking for this sort of energy. Yeah, a rebalancing, balance, moderation, calm, also the angel of peace as well. So coming out of this decision period, coming out of this confusion as we are assessing our options, and it will be a period of healing, needing some major, major healing with this Four of Swords. Getting back to what is important, bought with love, with the heart there, coming from a place of love. So it's very much about a retreat into this healing energy. Just the Four of Swords, it's about taking a step back, it's about the wounded warrior, etc. But for me in this particular deck, it's very much about getting back to a safe space and taking the time out to self-nurture and self-heal. I love this. The karma over, working together to create magic. But the second is that we need to not remain in this head in the sand ignorance. It's up to us to step up and pick up the key to unlock the door to the opportunities that are there. Now, interestingly enough, and I don't usually watch these things, an ad popped up prior to a video that I was watching yesterday for Jeffrey Allen. Now, I'm not promoting Jeffrey Allen at all in the slightest. I haven't watched any of his videos, but it was quite a lengthy ad, and he had three messages that he wanted to bring forward in this ad. It was an ad for some workshoppy things or something. No, I haven't signed up. No, not promoting it. But one of the uh, uh, advice mentoring items that he brought up that I found really interesting was about looking at all your future options, your future paths, looking at them from an emotional point of view before you actually set up on the paths themselves. And then if you find that emotionally they don't serve you, just sever that particular path until you are left with choices of paths that you can take going forward that suit you on an emotional level. And I'm sure I'm explaining that terribly wrong, but for some reason that really resonated with me. And it is very much up to us for this working together to step up and choose to unfurl from a place of deliberate ignorance or head in the sand, or it doesn't matter to me, or there's nothing I can do, or I can't just in case. Whatever it is, it's up to us to unfurl and unlock the door for our own opportunities going forward, because this is all about new beginning. Ace of Swords. This is about new beginning, new wisdom, new knowledge, new stepping into reality and truth, new planning and strategies. But we have to take the steps to bring this about. This is the energies behind the second moon. And here we've got the King of Swords. So two kings. The King of Swords is about bringing forward that Ace of Swords energy. And I love that he is surrounded by the Owl of Wisdom and the Dragonfly of Transformation. What else have we got there? We've got the Crow of Truth. We've got the Bat of Reality. Also, this bat may be, because the bat here, because it's flying off, it's dispelling this bat of confusion and toxicity, with bringing forward and looking to the future. Oh, we've got the Queen of Cups as well. Again, King and Queen of Cups, emotional stability, calm, feminine energy, not yet been revealed. This is about moving forward. This future is very much about truth. The Page of Swords. So we've got the Page, the King, and the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups, bringing her emotional calm, her emotional maturity, but she hasn't yet revealed all. There is some underwater, that there's some emotion that still needs to be dispelled. But we've been walking across this tightrope of truth, of new beginnings for so long that feels like if we misstep, we'll fall down this bottomless chasm. But ideas are bringing forth hope, and we're just about to step off. The ideas for the future. And then we've got a second queen, the Queen of Inspiration, the Queen of new messaging that inspires others. Absolutely. Love it. Okay. Lots of cards on the bottom that continue the story about how it's setting up boundaries, new boundaries being set up. It's about a need to come down out of this safe space and set off on this journey, taking the steps of the path that we're meant to be on. Yes, I do understand there's a lot of anxiety around at the moment. This is about the volatility, and as I'm saying, I'm getting up to the 25th of November, that this anguish and despair, but you have the dove of peace coming forward here, and it is about a new start, new beginning, where we work together for the benefit of everybody. And we have to decide about what future we want and take the steps to bring it about. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, if I keep going, those that have been pouring themselves down into this bottomless well of failed relationships, or just even contracts and agreements that had been done by certain entities, that has caused us to pour ourselves emotionally and spiritually down into this bottomless well, it's coming to an end for them, because there is this new opportunity, this new beginning, this new healing that is going to be presented. It is up to us whether we take it up or not. So it will be personal choice as to whether we decide to step onto this path that we are meant to be on, coming down off this safe space and actually take the action. Steps always mean action, and it is about action for this new beginning, and it's action about bringing the future that you want forward. And it's about taking action to unfurl and unlock the door of the potential of the future going forward. So this is what the second moon is here for at the moment, increasing volatility, which is exposing us to almost an undeniable choice. Now, my mum said the other day, which I thought really poignant, we were talking about somebody else, not mentioning who, names or anything like that, but the comment came out, my mum said, we are the CEO of our own lives. We are the ones that make the choices about our own lives. I know sometimes we feel like we have no choice, but even then, deciding that you have no choice is making a choice. We always have choice, and it is up to us. We can't blame our parents any longer. We can't blame our bringing, and we even can't blame our place in society, because by choosing blame is making a choice. So, if that makes sense. So we are going through this period where we have to make the decision about which way forward we go. We have to make the decision as to whether we stay in this energy, or we choose to step through the door. Doesn't matter how big or small your choice is, you still have a choice. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Show me the lesson from this moon period. It is, I'm just going to say, it is going to get worse before it gets better. Please buckle up your seatbelts. And I am talking US elections, I am talking Middle East, I am talking the rise of the far right in Europe. Things are going to get worse before they get better, as much as I'd love that not to be occurring. But 25th of November, going to be interesting. Come on down, let's have a look. The lesson that we need to learn from this moon about deciding what is really important to hold on to. Getting back to fundamentals of what is really important to hold on to in what can feel like a barren landscape. Challenged by the rising voices, the voices of celebration. But it's so easy that with this negative, dark energy, that we don't get drawn into this tent of darkness and despair. It's about staying out in the light, celebrating what you have to celebrate, gratitude, embracing with gratitude. It's very much about, I'm not even talking law of attraction here, I'm talking about mindset here. What happens if you have a mindset of gratitude, even if it's just the gratitude of the fact that you woke up, that you may have had something to eat, that a friend called and it was you are grateful for their call, or whatever it is that you have to be grateful in life, no matter how small it is. You draw more of uh, energy to you that you can be grateful for. If you find that you get pulled by this negative messaging back into this tent of despair, it's very hard um, to be grateful and to extract yourself again. So just make sure you don't go in. You don't go in because, yes, the foundation, what's stewing in at the moment is anxiety, it's negative self-talk. It's so important that you identify negative self-talk and switch it out. It's easier said than done, but it's very much about being aware of any negative self-talk that you tell yourself and creating for yourself a positive alternative. And each time you hear yourself telling yourself, because you're the most important voice in your head, telling yourself anything negative about yourself or your life or your future or anything, you go, whoa, 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 hang on a minute. And you tell yourself the positive alternative. And it's going to feel like you're faking it for a while to start with, but you will find the positive alternative will eventually override the negative. But we in this situation of a lot of anxiety. What lesson is it here to tell us in the past? Letting go of what in the past no longer serves us. We cannot go back to the past. We cannot change it. It's about letting go of whatever we've been hanging on to from our past, whether it's beliefs, messaging, people's opinions, whatever it is. But we just need to just go, okay, no more. That's in the past. Let it go. Put it on the yak. Put it down at the side of the road, knowing that you can come back and pick it up if you want to. But it's not a hill worth dying on. Let it go. Moving forward. Crowning this reading because it's going, when it all comes together, end of November, going into next year, it is going to be a lot of headlines coming forward very quickly, but they'll be positive headlines. The immediate future, absolutely. Feminine energy coming forth to bring something significantly new, feminine wisdom, superhero capes out of the emotions, but bringing something new and healing where we can rejoice going forward externally, where we can regain our enthusiasm about our messaging, about our lives going forward internally. It's all about balance, healing, internal peace, where we can work together. These cards going forward are beautiful, where we can work together with others to create magic, where we come together in emotional fulfillment and we come together emotionally, emotional completion. It's so important that we don't look at the would have, should have, could have, because this is about the past, re-emphasizing on an emotional level. This is the internal self-talk. This is the emotional level. This is about the would have, should have, could have, letting go of if only I had done things differently in the past, is preventing you from seeing the magic that is here in the here and now for you to create something amazing going forward. So there will be some despair about past choices as we move into this new energy, as we question our past decisions. Look, every decision you've made in the past has brought you to the here and now, where you are meant to be. If you'd made a decision differently, yes, again, you'd be somewhere where you were meant to be, but it doesn't mean it's going to be any better. It would just be somewhere different. So it's so important that as we move into this new energy, that we look to the future, because the choice, the decision is in your hands. as to whether you continue in this same energy or you take a new path going forward, because this is about significant endings and new beginnings. And I'm just being told either you step through, let go of this past and step through, or get left behind, because this new energy going forward is absolutely fabulous. It is beautiful energy where we step into this higher spiritual vibration. We've got here the Hanged Man. It's about looking at things differently, making a decision about which way you want to go forward. And one of those ways is the path of the devil energy. He's a very seductive devil who just basically says, come this way, don't change anything, don't rock the boat, don't let go of this past, don't step into your future. Everything, just do the same old, but it brings nothing but despair. So take this time to look at your options. And as Mr. Allen said, it's very much about deciding about which path you want to go down going forward, either this or this. So this is what the moon is bringing for me at the moment. I know I promised the reading yesterday, but I often get told to put readings off until something comes through that just puts a little bit more clarity on the purpose behind this reading. So that's the energy that I'm getting from this moon, this second moon, that it is here at the moment, because we are going through what will be, and I'm really sorry to say it, an increasingly volatile time until towards the end of November. On a worldwide scale. On a worldwide scale, you've got China is sword rattling at Taiwan. You've got, oh gosh, just things happen everywhere. And I am really saddened to say it feels like it's going to get worse, because it is the remnants of this previous moon that was tearing the planet apart in this molten volatile lava, ball of lava. But what is happening is that it will leave again. And when it leaves, that's when the earth will start to settle, and we will become the mature, fertile, embracing planet that we are meant to be. So thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Take care.